Will Ferrell. Blades. No, what was it?
Blades of Steel.
Blades
No,
of
that's
Steel.
the game. No, that's the game, the video game.
So what was
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
There
I was
it
gonna
is.
say
It
Blazing
was good.
Saddles, but that's.
I mean,
not-
we can do that
He's
scene
wilder.
too, right
Yeah.
by the fire.
Where are all the white women at? That scene?
No, the one where you by the campfire, you eating beans and
Oh yeah.
shooting fire.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We can do that. I'm loaded.
of course you are. I mean, why wouldn't you be? It's just
Right?
another day that ends in Y. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, the show that is dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I am your host, Dave Houghton, and with me today, full of beans, Sarah Reitalik. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello.
It's true. I
insert
had,
fart
I had
noise
black
here.
beans. I had black beans last night.
For
Black
breakfast?
beans. No, for dinner. I had
Oh, yeah,
black beans.
refried beans for breakfast.
No, yes.
Yes,
I was
yes,
like,
of
no, yes.
Yes. I had black beans for dinner, refried beans for breakfast, and then I'm
For
gonna
lunch,
have a. That's a. Who knows?
we'll
baked
see. We'll
beans.
see. We'll see where the day takes us.
We'll see. Well, you're not gonna be on your feet for much longer, so that's good.
Uh-uh.
Well, they're gonna be floating all day. Oh man, too many fart jokes. Well, we got
Rocket
a
Man.
World Series matchup in the
here.
books. We are
Here.
going with America's hat and America's ass fighting each other for the World Series title. Toronto versus the Dodgers. So,
You know, it's one of those. I think we all, as baseball fans, were on the side of Seattle.
yeah,
We really wanted it for them,
yeah,
especially that team. What a team.
I know.
But it's also something where I'm not bummed. I'm not disappointed.
No.
I'm not sad. That Toronto team is phenomenal, especially doing it without Bo Bichette
Right.
because he's been injured. Vladdy, of course, being the MVP. Yes, obvi. But I'm not sad about
No,
it.
no, not at all. When I watched that whole series, and it was like when it came into Game
Oh,
7, I was like, this is like the perfect two teams to make a
yeah,
Game 7 like this. And the fact
100%.
that Seattle was winning the entire game up until George Springer hit that
Oh,
three-run blast.
rocket.
Unbelievable.
Boom. Boom.
You couldn't
That
get
was
more electric at what's Rogers Center? Is that the name of it?
sure.
Yeah, in Toronto. So all I know is they have a hotel in the middle of the field. So
I also know that they just have it like raccoons run Toronto.
is that true?
Yeah, oh yeah, they have a seriously bad raccoon problem.
I believe they're
Raccoons
called
run it.
Rakins up there in
Probably.
Canada.
They don't have rats, they have raccoons.
I mean, hey, some cities have rats, some cities have Rakins.
Right. You know?
I watched a lot of Trailer Park Boys. I believe it is pronounced Rakins.
I don't know. You
I
would
don't
know
know.
better than I would.
It's just water under the fridge. But we got the Blue Jays coming back to their first trip in 32 years.
Hmm.
But you're right. It would have been nice to see Seattle make it for their first time. But, I guess there's always next year. It's just, it's unfortunate that they have to play the Dodgers
Yes.
because,
However, I feel that
Mhm.
it, yes, it's something where the Dodgers are stacked. We can
Yeah,
all agree that the Dodgers are going to go on a great run, and they've
yeah,
been on a great run. I mean, they have the greatest player in our lifetime,
right.
one of the greatest players ever of the sport on their team. And it's one of those that I feel that the Blue Jays are going to go back, watch a lot of tape, watch so much just everything and anything that they possibly can find from the last 5 years, even
Right.
going back to when the Dodgers won during the pandemic year. They're gonna go back and they're gonna watch everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I think that they're gonna come up with a strategy to take them down some way or another. I think
In
they're going to,
any capacity, I don't think it's going to be one of those easy series where it's going to be like,
mm-mm,
oh, Dodgers are going to win in 4. I think
no,
it's going to be a battle,
it's going
honestly.
to be because Vladdy has proved that he wants this and he's proving his contract.
Yeah,
And that's the
absolutely.
big thing is that he wanted to stay in Toronto, and he even said at the first of the year that this was going to be the year, and here we are,
Yeah.
all these months later, and I love it. I really would love to see it go Canada's way because one, fuck you,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
Yep.
Fuck you,
Yep.
and two, bring back the Expos.
Hmm.
That's where I'm at.
Actually, now that you mention that, we are recording on the 21st of
And
October.
that, yes,
Today
it's
is the
out.
day where Who Killed
It's
the
out.
Expos comes out on Netflix. That would be a great series to watch and then listen to on Patreon if we have the time to do it. But we'll get there.
We'll get there
We'll
because
get there.
that's on my must watch
Yeah,
list.
absolutely. Did
Must.
you watch the Cowboys thing? The
No,
No, that was good. And I don't like the Cowboys at all, but that was good.
I don't think anybody likes the Cowboys
Jerry Jones, that's it.
Except for Dodgers fans.
Except for Yankees fans and Lakers fans.
Yankees fans.
Yeah,
Yes, Yankees
Yankees
fans.
and Lakers fans love the Cowboys. So, all
Yeah.
right, so let's kick it into the show. We got to rewind. Speaking of
Oh, we got
baseball,
one more rewind
oh,
before
oh,
that too,
you
which
got a double rewind.
double rewind.
Okay, all right. So, which one do you want to do first?
I could do the other one first, which you posted about yesterday.
The new one?
Yeah, and you
Okay,
posted it yesterday. It was in the morning, and I totally missed it.
Sarah, I
And
don't remember 10 minutes ago. Are
I
we
know,
actually
because
doing the show?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's where we're at.
yeah. All
Just
right,
hit the
so.
rewind button. So we had discussed a couple weeks ago how Pujols
Oh, yes.
considered was being considered for the managerial spot for the Angels.
Right.
Well, that is no longer.
Yeah. I could have sworn that when it came out that he was going to be the
That's
manager,
what I read it as too.
and then
Every
all of a
news
sudden it's
outlet had
like,
it like that.
yeah, oh, he's no longer considered for the role. I was like, wait a minute, he's
Right,
considered. I thought he had it.
right. It was the verbiage from when it was released to now the verbiage coming out. What?
Do
What?
you think it's because they woke up and they were like, why would we have a first year manager manage this club right now? Like he wasn't even a bench coach or anything. Like
No,
he has
nothing.
yeah, he was a great player, but he has no experience.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't translate.
I.e. Ted Williams.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, perfect
so there
example
you
right
go.
there.
He's your perfect example. I mean, I don't get it. Like, why would you want him to come in raw like that?
I think the only way that they wanted to do so, and maybe they will have him as some kind of bench coach, is because he is a locker room guy.
Yeah, okay,
And of
sure.
course, that team needs a locker room guy. And Mike Trout is your locker room guy, but he's made of glass and misses so much of the season
Yeah,
that you can't always rely on him.
right.
So it could be that they changed it from him being the full-blown manager to him being some kind of something else within the organization to be around these guys to build camaraderie and the program and so on and so
Right.
forth.
Now, there are a lot of former players that make great managers, i.e. Dave Roberts,
Roberts.
you know. Alex Cora, I guess, has a
Uh,
case.
he
I'm
he
not
has a
100 on
case,
it, but
but it's something where his case is tainted.
yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Dusty Baker was a better manager than he was a player.
Oh,
I mean, that
yeah,
happens.
he was a great manager.
Yeah.
Did love me some Dusty.
I mean, there's a laundry list of them. I I don't know. Gabe Kapler, he did well. He did okay, I guess, but it doesn't matter. There's just some guys who need the experience before they could just
Jumping
step
into
up
it.
to the driver's seat. Like you can't
Right.
just be like, I mean, look at what Jason Veritek's doing. Like maybe in a few years we'll see Veritek become the manager of a team. I mean, if for me, I hope it's the Red
The
Sox
Red
one
Sox,
day, when they
100%.
decide to part ways with Cora. But, he's been on the bench for like the last, Jesus,
Say like
over five,
10 years.
yeah,
I think
maybe
it's
even
been
10
like
years
10
now.
years.
And he's just gathering that experience, learning how to do it. And I think he's
Yeah,
coming back this year. So,
I think after he retired, there was like a small break and then he was part of the catching coaching staff,
yeah, yeah,
which that you one of the greatest catchers,
yeah,
especially within the Boston organization.
right.
How could you not have him within your team? And he's a locker room guy.
Yeah,
And I'm sure that he was definitely like, we need to get rid of Rafi. We need to get rid of this one. We need to get rid of that one because of the toxicity that it's creating within the locker room.
yeah.
So I would trust Veritek over anybody.
Plus, Cora and Veritek have played together
Yeah.
they were on that '07 team, or was it the '04 team? I think it was '07. I think Cora played for the '07 World Series team, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, they were there together. And yeah, I don't know. The Angels are just what a mess. What a mess of a franchise. Like they
What?
really are. They let
So
Ohtani slip away. That poor Mike Trout is just rotting away there.
it's so sad when you look at the California teams. You have so much potential out with every one of those teams, and your only thriving spot is with the Dodgers consistently.
Right.
You had the Padres who could have if they got out of their own way,
Yeah.
but everything else is just nothing. I
Right.
mean, you already
I mean,
lost
the
your team
Giants
in
had a good
Oakland.
run. The
Yeah,
Giants did have a good run, but
this is yes,
the last
but
time the Angels were even remotely in a conversation of great teams was when they won the World Series in '02,
yeah,
'03.
early 2000s is when they
Yeah.
were actually involved in any sort of conversation around the word good.
Yeah. And then that just all fell apart. And then they've had a string of players. They tried their hardest to make a great team, and they just go sideways all the time.
Well, the problem is that they have these solid players. They had Ohtani, they have Mike Trout, they have solid players. They just can't build around them.
Yeah.
They're too busy building on them and
Yeah.
having this expectation that they're going to be the ones to carry the team
Right.
through.
Right.
When in reality, you can't do that. You need to, get yourself a good shortstop. You need to get yourself some more hitting. You need pitching because it can't be Ohtani out there every night pitching.
Right. Right.
So
I just don't understand why teams still look to that. We're like, oh, we need that one guy, and then everything will fall into place. It really, no matter what sport, like that one guy helps, but it
correct.
is the team atmosphere that's going to make you a champion.
And I think that that's where when we had the transitions and the changes with the Red Sox this year, we actually seen a team come to life.
Right.
We saw pieces and places and movements and things happening that you didn't really necessarily need Bregman at this point. It's something that he was the quote unquote name.
Yeah.
And yes, he was clutch in certain spots, but to see where these guys started falling into place, I was like, okay, next year, we should be in the playoffs next year without a
Right.
doubt because one, this team is young, and two, it seems like we are starting to fit the pegs in the proper holes.
Right. Right. So, I mean, yeah, time will tell, but Albert Pujols is not considered manager material right now. I guess
No,
he had a meeting with the Orioles too. Like that would be another stupid move.
yeah, I don't know what's happening within the MLB, and maybe it's because they want to just
They want a
ca
name.
ca yeah, they
That's
want to
all they do. They want a name.
carry these names on because they were so big and the revenue is so low in certain
Yeah.
markets that they're like, "Oh, if we bring in this name." this name should drive revenue, when in reality, what drives revenue is wins.
Right, right. Asses in seats, they get the wins. So,
Correct.
speaking about asses not being in seats, Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase will not be at Winter Ball this year.
They will not.
No.
This was very interesting, to be
This
honest with you.
is the tip of the iceberg now for these
Correct.
two guys. It is
Correct.
if these guys are not playing winter ball because MLB will not allow it,
Well,
there's
no,
only
the MLB, so this has nothing to do with the MLB.
okay.
So the MLB, they're not like, you can't play, like, la, 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 like whatever, because they're
Yeah.
going to their other countries. So they're going to the Dominican Republic to play. And the Dominican Republic was like, that's a no for us. Like, you're
Right.
not playing, no, because they want to stay in line and in the good graces of the MLB.
Right.
So it's something that they were just like, we're going to nip this in the bud now, and you're not playing at all.
Right.
Sorry, you're banned. But the thing is they came out and fully said, you're banned. Whereas the MLB is like, yeah, you're still on administrative leave.
Right. Which I
Like,
mean,
where
honestly.
are we? I know you're still doing this investigation, but where are we? You can go back and we've seen now more and more footage come out from these games where,
Yeah.
of course, they're very close to wrapping up the investigation because if we have all of these games that are being released to the media of, well, this is a game in question, this is a game in question, you can't be throwing a ball in the dirt and think that that's not
Oops.
intentional. Oh no.
Oh, it slipped out of my hand.
So,
Dang.
some of the videos, I was like, good Lord,
Yeah.
that is so blatant. It's disgusting.
That's the problem where it's utterly blatant.
And I think with just the like even with a small number, like a two or three videos, that in itself, you're done.
Right. And
So,
it's definitely going to come out soon. And these guys are cooked, like
yeah.
100% cooked.
And
There's no way.
I think what they wanted to do is they wanted to get through what the MLB wanted to do. Let me emphasize on that. Is they wanted to get through Cleveland being in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and then they wanted to get through the World Series, and
Right.
then we'll have the shoe drop because they didn't know where Cleveland was going to fall in the playoffs, and they fell. But yeah, it's going to come out. If we have the DR banning these two gents, it's going to happen that they're going to be released
Yeah.
from. But I guess it's also going to align with what a like a probe is going to be if there's going to be any charges or anything like that. So I guess it's a lot more
I
beyond that. Like
mean,
what they're going to have to pay in fines to the league,
there's definitely going to
what
be
could be
fine
that.
if they're found guilty, obviously banned for life, which I mean is crushing. And then I mean, it already looks like they can't play in their home country. So I
Right.
mean, what's the next step? You have to go
Mexican league, go hang out
Mexican
with
or
Trevor Bauer.
Japan. I don't know if Japan will take you.
Japan won't because Japan is building their programs to continue sending Japanese players to the MLB.
Right.
So they
So
won't take them. It's going to be the Mexican league where Trevor Bauer is.
it's going to be a Kenny Powers situation where they just float around
And
Mexico or
it's
Venezuela
so
or
disheartening because in the land of pitching, there's talent, but there's not enough of it. And to lose two pitchers
yeah.
to something that you really have no business doing,
Right.
it's just this is so disheartening. It
Uh,
really just bums me out
I
because
mean, let this be a lesson to everybody. You're going to get caught. Don't
yeah, they
ruin a good thing by gambling. Like I don't know. Like
especially the
it's all I
fact that
guess
it's against the policy and procedure, and we
yeah.
understand that it's promoted everywhere on your billboards, all this shit within your stadium, but you have to recognize that it you will get caught.
Yeah.
You have to recognize that. They're not stupid. You're intentionally throwing a ball into the dirt when
There's
you're a
cameras everywhere.
professional.
It's
You're a
always,
professional.
yes, you're a professional. Like, you didn't make it this far in the league by throwing the ball in the dirt on your first pitch
Correct.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you look back on the betting history and it's like, will Ortiz throw his first pitch in the dirt? Yes. And it's like, boom, there it
Boom.
is.
There it
All of a sudden,
is.
8 million people get rich,
It's just
So
it's
there's
fucking
cameras everywhere and everyone's going to get caught. Just s- remember that.
just stay in your lane.
So, speaking about cameras everywhere and getting caught and staying in your goddamn lane, we have a new Karen.
A
And
new
this time
Karen.
she is in Milwaukee.
Yes. Oh,
Wow.
good Lord.
This might be a bigger Karen than the Phillies Karen. And I bet you
Yes.
right now, Phillies Karen is
Is she's
is
wiping
at
her
home
brow.
going,
She's like, whew, thank God there was
"Oh,
somebody
thank
else
God it's
this
over.
season. Oh my God, thank God, somebody else. Woo.
It's all over. I don't have to deal with this anymore because this Milwaukee Karen is even worse."
Yes. So this last name, Shannon
Yeah,
Kabalakzi.
very very strange last name.
Yeah,
Co by Larzizi, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Karen, Shannon Karen,
Shannon Karen.
Milwaukee Karen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh, during the Brewers Dodgers game two matchup, which transpired last week when we were recording, so
yeah.
that's why we didn't have a opportunity to touch on this because the Dodgers swept Milwaukee, if everybody forgot.
Which is also too bad because I would have liked to see Milwaukee in the World Series.
Yes, I'm a lower market team. I'm
Yeah,
about that life.
yeah.
It was such good baseball this playoff,
It
though.
really
I'm
was.
once the
It really
Yankees
was.
got out, it was just like,
And that's
yes,
another reason why I'm rooting for Toronto. As much as I love LA, like I like the Dodgers because of course Mookie Betts and
Mookie.
Kiki Hernandez and obviously Dave Roberts, but um it would have been great to see that Milwaukee and either Seattle or Toronto. But really I'm rooting for Toronto because they beat the Yankees. So
Correct.
any team but the Yankees, folks.
Yes,
Yeah.
all
But
day.
back
Oh,
to Milwaukee
so
Karen.
yes. So she had an incident during game two. Now, during the game, there was this gentleman who was at this game who had a business trip in Chicago and he went to Milwaukee to catch the game. He was in from California. He's a Dodgers fan, so on and so forth. In the video, you can see that he is the only Dodger fan in a sea of Brewers fans,
Right.
full blown. And the whole time they're like chirping at him and so on and so forth. But of course, it gets to the end of the game and well, what's the outcome? You lost, is what it is.
No.
And
And he wasn't,
she,
I want to specify, this guy wasn't an asshole in the seat.
no,
He
no,
wasn't sitting there going, "Oh yeah, sweep, sweep, sweep." He wasn't chirping, he wasn't doing
no,
anything wrong.
no,
He was just sitting there enjoying his team win the series. And then
correct.
all of a
And then,
sudden,
then Karen's a bitch.
yeah,
She was yelling at him because he was drinking hard salsa,
hmm,
saying real men drink beer,
right.
followed by,
Meanwhile,
which
our
on the
husband's in
video,
the seat covered in piss because he
yeah,
drank all that beer.
correct. It's like flies everywhere.
No, yeah.
Then she is caught on video saying that she's going to call ICE on him.
Yikes.
Mind you, this guy who is the Dodgers fan, Ricardo Fasado, is a two-time Iraqi war veteran. He did two duties overseas for our
Oh my
country.
God.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, call ICE. I'm American citizen. I'm a veteran. I
Yeah.
freaking fought for you." Like
Right.
what? You just what?
I fought for you to be a massive bitch.
But the highlight in all of this is that she was fired from her job.
Now, is this true? Because Philly's Karen was rumored to be
No,
fired.
she was full blown because we have her full face. Her name came out.
Oh
All of her
boy.
information is out there. And she was forced to resign from the board of Make-A-Wish Milwaukee. Yes. She
Oh
was
man.
forced to resign.
Oh, Karen.
The best part about this is she has the full Karen haircut.
Why do they all
That
have that haircut?
short haircut with that long piece that like Kate Gosselin,
Yeah.
Kate like
The
Pete
Kate
like
plus 8 chick, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
She she is that full blown haircut asking for a manager in the stands. She is invested in
Why
that.
do all the Karens have that haircut?
I don't know.
That is
I
so
don't
weird.
know. It really is wild.
Because the Phillies Karen had that haircut too.
Hers was more of like a bowl cut.
Yeah, well, she was a little older, I think.
Yes.
So
She
this Milwaukee Karen threatens to call ICE,
and then resigned from
and
they were
then
like, we can't
is
have
forced to
you
resign.
hell yeah, she was fired from her job and forced to resign from the board. Like, sorry, we can't have you help sick kids anymore because you have
There,
a problem.
there are things that you can come back from because there was also a Karen in Kansas City. There was a story that Patrick Mahomes was giving his dirty ass wet sweatband to some kid, and this Karen stole it right out of his hands. But she immediately went on Good Morning America and was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was for the kid. I thought it was for me. He was handing it to me. I didn't know I was ripping it out of someone's hand." Yes, you fucking did. Yes, you
You
did.
knew.
Yes, you did. Because this
Roll the tape.
yeah, there's clear video of it. So anyway, I mean, it just goes, in the kid's favor, honestly, because Patrick Mahomes wrote him a note and autographed a bunch of shit for him and gave him everything. And of course, it worked out for that other kid in Philly because he got a ton of stuff.
Yep.
But this one in Milwaukee, like, there's certain things you can come back from.
You can't come back
You
from
can't come
this.
back from being a full blown racist like this.
No, especially in this climate, you
Right.
cannot. This is gonna be ooh,
I mean,
ooh, ooh,
this is
yeah.
like, and then to shoot yourself in the foot and not, you're really not aware of your surroundings, and you just think because this guy is of like
Dude,
a foreign descent because of his facial features, and then you find out that he's done 2 tours of duty in Iraq.
right,
Like, whoa, you
right.
fucked up, Karen.
The the fact that people still forget, and clearly she's boomer through and through,
No, 100%, 100%.
but they forget everyone has a camera phone out.
Yep,
They have the video, they are documenting everything you say.
yep,
How are we still here where it's like, oh my God, I didn't know. I'm so surprised.
right,
Everyone is documenting everything. If it wasn't him videoing you being such a bitch, then it would have been somebody else.
right. And if you weren't such a bitch the entire game, he probably wouldn't have videoed you.
Correct. That's what it comes down to. If you weren't acting like that the whole game,
Yeah.
this would have never came out.
There are things that you can do. You joke around with someone. Be like, if I sat next to a Yankees fan at Fenway, you
Hmm.
know, you would joke like for me, my personality, I would joke around with them. If the Yankees were losing big time, you kind of just rib them a little. Then you
Yeah,
fucking buy them a beer or a hot dog or something,
right.
like, fuck you, whatever. Your team sucks. And then if the Yankees were beating the bejesus out of the Red Sox, you know, he's going to come at me. And I don't know this guy, but you know what? We're sitting next to each other for 9 innings of baseball. At least let's be in
Cordial.
baseball.
Yeah,
You
let's be
know, now
cordial. Let's
I don't expect
respect
that
one
in Yankee
another.
Stadium because they're all
No,
scumbag
they're
pieces of
they're not
shit.
gonna give you anything, and they're gonna give you
Right.
fucking
They're gonna throw
beaten.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a
They
couple of
got
guys I knew.
tomatoes all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
They
all
pass them
have
out.
them.
They
Yeah.
pass them out right on the street. Um, Shout out to Sean Dykins who listens to the show.
Shoddy boy.
He brought his kids to Yankee Stadium for a Red Sox Yankees game, and they were pelting them with shit. They were
Yeah.
pelting the kids.
Yeah. Because
Like
they're
they were
like, fuck
pelting
them kids.
the children
Fuck
who were there
them
to watch
kids.
baseball. They were there
Yeah.
to watch their
Because they
favorite
had
team
the
in
Red
your
Sox
park.
shirts on.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The kids showed up with you can't. That's why the husband always says, I need it the when we go to MSG the day that it comes, because I've never been to New York City. I've not been to Madison Square Garden. I've not been
Wait,
I
really?
I don't I have no desire, which
No,
is
it's a
like
slum piece of
yeah,
shit place. But I mean, you've never
it's
been? We're
I've
only
never been to New
four
York
hours
City.
away.
Never been. It's I just don't have a desire to go. It's not been on my list of things and places to go. It's
I
just
mean, you
not
gotta
ever
listen.
been.
Listen, I hate the Yankees. You gotta see Yankee Stadium. City Field,
So
though,
it's
when the
on
Mets
the
play,
list.
chef's kiss. That place is beautiful.
So it's on the list. However, because the husband's been to MSG so many times that he's like, you looking at me like you
Yeah.
cannot open your mouth. Can't for because he's like, your accent's terrible, first and foremost. I was like, all
Eh,
right, well played.
eh.
And he's like, but you have to just stay in your lane. You can't backtalk. And at the same point in time, you can't show up in opposing teams' shit. I was like, well, no.
That's the
I was,
fun of it.
well, that's the thing. He's like, it's very different.
If
He's
you
like,
wear
it's,
other team shit, you expect to get something.
oh,
You
absolutely.
have to.
But it's so funny because, my sister and I, um, past back in April, we went to Bruins Penguins games in Pittsburgh and she wore a Bruins shirt
Yeah.
and there were so many Bruins fans there and everybody was it was just night and day in comparison to the Garden
Right.
because everybody was so nice and they would just be like wrong black and gold
Right.
they weren't like assholes were in Boston up here like as a kid when I went to a Bruins game with a Penguins shirt on as a kid
Mm-hmm.
I got beer poured on my head.
Yeah, well.
So it's just like
Oh,
I
I'm sorry
mean,
about that, by the way.
no problem. There's
Uh,
two best
I
friends
mean,
ever.
I was a kid too, and they gave me a beer. I didn't know it.
Hey, that's how it was. And you could rip butts in the old garden.
That's true. That's
Ah, I
true.
miss the old garden.
You can rip butts in the new garden too if
You
you're in
can
the
rip butts
staircase.
wherever you
Do
want.
whatever you want. But all right, so Philly Karen or Milwaukee Karen loses her job and is a huge racist. But
Yeah.
good for her. Fuck her. You know, let that be a lesson. Fuck around,
Yeah,
find out, right?
fuck. That's what this. I feel that this whole episode really is a fuck around and find out
Yeah,
episode,
yeah, it
like
is.
full blown.
That is true. 90% of our episodes are a fuck around, find
Yeah,
out type thing.
it's true. But this next one
Yeah,
is gold.
this is
When I
not.
was watching this, I was dying laughing.
This is like classic pure Marchand. This is why like
It's
you hate
beautiful.
him when he doesn't play for your team, but when he's on your team, you
You
absolutely
fucking
love him.
love them. It's
But
for
you know
shit
what?
like this.
Even though he's not on
I
the
love
team
this.
anymore, he's not on the Bruins anymore. And I'm not really I hate Bruins ownership. I'm more of a Edmonton Oilers fan.
hmm
But when Marchand was playing for Boston, I loved him. And I still love him. I think he's great. And this is
Only time I
classic.
like him is when he's playing for Canada.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But this is
This is
classic
great.
and this is great. And he was fined $5,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct in the Panthers versus Sabres game this past weekend. And it happened after Marchand and Sabres captain Dahlin were in an altercation on the ice because Marchand was cross-checked from behind by Dahlin and there was no call. Shocker.
Right.
And then Marchand retaliated by dragging him on to the ice and was throwing haymakers, was full blown just fucking going at it.
Yep.
Then, as Marchand's heading towards the penalty box, he grabs Dahlin's helmet is in the penalty box, rips the straps off his helmet, and then chucks it back onto the ice and then sits in the penalty box. He's
You
like,
can't
fuck
get better
you,
than that.
fuck your helmet, fuck it all. Like,
Oh,
beautiful,
five
beautiful
thousand dollars is such an expensive amount of money for a fucking helmet.
helmet. It's so true. Because it's the maximum allowable penalty for
Wow.
unsportsmanlike conduct. Wild, wild shit. It was, and he's just sitting there like fucking ripping, and he's just
Yeah.
like fucking suck, fucking just fucking, and then it just throws it back on the
I think
ice.
that's the best part of the whole thing. After he destroys the helmet, he
He
throws it
chucks
back
it
on the
back
ice.
on the ice.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, this isn't my helmet. He just chucks it back on the
Right.
ice
The video of it is so gold.
instead of
It's
passing it to someone else in the
so
penalty
gold.
box. Be like, oh,
Yeah.
this isn't my helmet. I'm sorry. He just
Yeah.
throws it on the ice. It's great.
Yeah. No shit's given.
It's so classic. And
Because it's okay. So here's a couple things. And he's so close to the age of retirement.
yeah,
Him getting traded to Florida, I think that he's just having more fun now than he was having at the time with the Bruins
yeah,
because there was so
yeah.
much pressure for him playing for the Bruins because the Bruins weren't good.
Well,
Let's call it for what
he
it
was the
is.
guy here. There was a lot
Right.
of
Not
pressure
good.
on him because he was looked at as bring us to the promised land, you know?
It's too
And
much pressure for
well,
just
that was never
one
going to happen
person.
because they didn't
Yeah.
have a team. It was him and Pasternak. Once
Yeah.
Bergeron left, I mean that's when it started to really decline. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
Chara and Bergeron.
Bergeron spent so much of his time injured because he was like falling apart.
Right. He didn't have
Poor
anybody to help
dudes.
him.
Right. But Marchand, now that they won the cup last year for Florida, he's living his best life and he's just having fun on the ice. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. You want to find me? Find me. You want to fucking go? Let's go. Like he
I th-
just
I
no
think
shit's
that's
given.
one of my favorite things on why I dislike the Bruins so much. You know, they fired their manager, coach Butch Cassidy, and he immediately signs with Vegas and he
And
wins
wins a
them a
cup.
cup. They trade Marchand to Florida and he wins a cup with them the same year. And it's just like it's not them, it's you.
It's 100% you,
Neely
Bruins.
and Don Sweeney
Oh, and
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
You saw that Ray Bork is now like part of the ownership now.
I
Like
hate Ray Bork so
it's
much.
I I,
I don't
I don't understand these choices
They
that they're
think that
making.
the old big bad Bruins coming into the office roles now are gonna make Bruins fans who uh you know want to relive all those glory times with them. Not that there were many glory times. They were great players, don't get me
No,
wrong.
the best glory time for Ray Bork was when he went to Colorado and won a cup.
The same year.
The same year.
Another
Exactly.
perfect example.
Exactly.
The only one I guess who didn't do it was Joe Thornton, but he spent a great deal of time on the Sharks. But I
That
mean,
beard he had. Oh, when
oh,
once he grew that beard,
as
ooh,
soon as he left Boston, he started growing it.
it was beautiful.
Oh,
It was stunning.
I heard they found a sandwich in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he put
amazing.
it back. He put it back in after he took
But
a
the
bite.
Bruins ownership, they think that Bruins fans are dumb as shit. And I mean, once you get out of the general area of the city, they, higher ups in the
Yeah.
um, other states, they are they're not the brightest, but
Right.
um,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they think bringing back that 80s 90s team, they're like, oh yeah, look who's in the office: Ray Bork, Kim Neely, Don Sweeney. You guys love these guys. Come on, and they're like, oh wow, yeah, we do love those guys. Oh, they're gonna do great. And then like the first 15 minutes of watching the Bruins, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Who are these people?
Correct.
What
Correct.
happened? I knew everybody was going to get false hope. The first 3 games of the season, the Bruins win, and they're like, oh, 3-0, oh, that's it. And then we lose to Tampa Bay, and everyone's like, oh, you can't go 82-0, so haha. And then they go on the road and they just lost
Every single game. Yeah.
every single game. And
Yep.
now everybody's waking up and going, "Oh, right. We suck."
Yeah.
That's right.
It's it's really disappointing. I mean, I don't care. I'm not a Bruins fan, but at the
Yeah,
same
right.
time, like I'm from Boston and I would like to see them be competitive
Yeah.
in that sense.
Well, you want your
And
boy over here to make some cash,
right.
so you need them to win. Trust me.
But the real problem is that the tickets to a Bruins game are so
Oh,
expensive. And I would go to see other teams play. It is still cheaper for me to book a flight to go to, say, Pittsburgh and
yeah.
catch a game in Pittsburgh. It's still cheaper for me to get, like, and Pittsburgh isn't a small market team.
Right.
They're, but their tickets are still half the price of what the tickets are here. And you have fucking Sidney Crosby
Right.
and Malkin
One of the
and
greatest
Letang
NHL players of all
of
time.
all time. And the
Right.
tickets are still, and again, it's just, and they've won more cups
Yeah.
within like
Right.
the 2000s.
Right.
It's really disheartening. And I don't think that the intelligence level with the gentleman that they have at the reins is there. I mean, because you can see like you have Steve Eiserman, who is part of the not Blackhawks, the
Red
Red
Wings.
Wings, and then you have Ronnie Francis, who I love me some Ronnie Francis. He's out there um doing his shit with the Kraken.
Yeah.
You know, he's in there, and then you have like all of these guys, Billy Guerin, and like these are hockey minds
Mm-hmm.
that are making organizations, developing organizations, and making organizations thrive
Yeah.
in different ways. It's really unfortunate. It's
And the fact that
really
they
sad.
just keep re-upping their contracts, it's like,
And that's the
do
thing
you
that
not
makes
give a shit? Did the
question.
Jacobs just not give a shit?
I think
Clearly
that
they
they're
don't.
I think they're just banking because the Bruins will always bring in money
But
because it's
eventually
the
that's going to
Bruins.
go away. You keep putting out a shit product like that. Eventually people are going to smarten up and go, what are we going for?
They go for the other teams. That's what it is.
Ugh.
It was like that for remember the Celtics when how bad the Celtics were
Oh,
in
the
the
90s
90s?
Celtics were awful.
They
They
were
even made an
terrible.
awful movie with Dan Aykroyd and um,
What's his face from Home Alone?
Harry from Home
Yeah,
Alone.
I love that where he just blanked on
Yeah.
his name
Uh,
big time. Sh-
Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern.
Sure, we'll go that route.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't remember, so it's working for me
And
because I.
then one of the Wayans brothers, Damon
Oh
Wayans.
yeah, there was a Wayne's brother in that. But remember, the '90s Celtics were terrible. They were trash. Tickets were super cheap,
Yeah.
but you could go and you could see everybody
Yeah.
else in the league play, and it
Yeah.
was so worth it. Even if the tickets when the tickets were cheap, it was still a packed house because Jordan was in town.
Yeah.
Packed house, Alonzo Mourning's in town.
Right.
Packed house, Shaq is in town. It was it was something to experience.
Right.
I remember when my father had season tickets through those years because he was like, "Damn, these tickets be so cheap. They're just giving them to us."
Right.
And we went to like I went to Kevin McHale's
Retirement.
retirement, all of that stuff as a
Yeah.
kid, but it was I don't remember shit about the Celtics games or the Celtics teams. I can tell you every like seeing fucking Muggsy Bogues, who
Mm-hmm.
literally
Yep.
coming up to the knee of Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
I can remember that in full detail. Remember,
My
did it
very
about the
first Celtics
fucking.
game was Robert Parrish's retirement game against the Indiana Pacers, and Larry Bird was the coach of the Pacers.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that was really good.
let's talk about the Pacers real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about the Pacers. Nice segue.
Yeah, let's
Very
talk about
good,
the
Sarah.
Pacers and let's talk about their rookie.
Second round 2025 pick, Kam Jones. Let's talk
Yeah,
about him.
yeah.
He must be doing
Oof.
great if he's in the news, right?
Yeah, he's awesome, right?
I
He
love
has
his
so much
excuse.
potential.
We'll get to it, but I love his excuse.
Yeah, so he was arrested for all y'all that may have missed that, and he's hanging out behind some bars at this point in time, because
Just
according to
really starting
local,
that career off.
woo, I mean, started off out the gate like this, right?
Yeah.
Why not? It's rather than wait till 3 or 4 years into your career. So, according to local reports, cops attempted to execute a traffic stop of a car that was driving recklessly on Interstate 65 around 10 a.m., but the driver did not pull over. The pursuit lasted for 4 miles, and Jones was weaving in and out of traffic the entire time, driving like a complete asshole. And the 23-year-old I mean, because I can't handle that. I sit in traffic every day, and those people who are weaving in and out,
Yeah. Oh, they're
I
awful.
they're the worst.
I
And
also hate the delivery driver scooters. I hate them.
oh,
I hate
they're
them
well, more and more of them are getting hit by cars lately, so it's okay.
because they drive like assholes.
Yeah, they're all in the
Their
street.
ass gonna get hit.
Stop. Just stop. So yeah, this good old 23-year-old is facing felony resistance of arrest because he just kept driving and misdemeanor reckless driving charges. The felony could result in up to 2.5 years in jail.
Okay. Well, we know that the 2.5 years isn't going to happen. But did you hear his excuse on
I did
why
not.
he was not
Was
pulling
his
over?
music up too loud?
He was running late for practice. That's why he didn't pull over. Buddy, you're a second round pick in the NBA.
Oh
You're
my
not even
God.
established yet. You can't be like, I was running late for practice. Oh, I played for
Oh
the
my
Indiana Pacers.
God.
Do you know who I am?
Oh my
Do you know me?
God.
You haven't even played a game yet.
Oh my God.
And
Oh
you're
my
telling the cops, oh,
God.
I'm running late for practice. I'm sorry. Like 2.5 years, they should probably tell him that he's going to do 2.5 years and just put him in jail for like 2.5 hours and let him shit himself. Like maybe that will scare him a little. But
Yeah,
like all you got to do is pull over
that's it.
and be like, I'm sorry, officer. Uh, there is no excuse. There's no excuse. Like
No,
I'm driving like an asshole. I'm sorry. Give me my ticket and we're out of here. Instead of getting a ticket, now you're looking at 2.5 years in
right.
prison because you were driving recklessly. Like, pull over, do your thing, unless you're trying to hide something, which obviously that makes you look guilty if you're not pulling over. And
Right.
then you're OJ Simpson down the fucking highway
For
for four
four
miles. I
miles.
mean,
Four
why do you
miles.
look guilty? Did
For
they
four
find anything in his
miles.
car?
Not that I have
Not yet.
read. However, we will get more information about this
I
because
mean,
this is just the start
yeah,
of everything from, and I'm sure there's going to be camera footage from the car, from
yeah,
the cruisers
yeah,
following him. And it's something where if there was close calls where he may have almost created an accident,
oh, yeah,
then now that's the thing too, is they're going to have to investigate that.
yeah,
That's endangerment,
right,
which then is a different charge to add on to the reckless driving charge.
right,
So there's a lot of things. Regardless, he's going to have a suspended license.
yeah.
He might lose his license, have to do driving classes, all that shit. But
And now he's going to get
good Lord.
suspended by the NBA.
Right.
Resisting arrest.
Correct.
That's a suspendable offense.
Correct.
You know?
And the the Pacers did respond, but they were like, we don't have a comment at this time. The investigation is ongoing and we are aware of everything, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, didn't show up for practice. So
Well,
you're running
yeah,
late. Now you
you
just
were
didn't
running
show.
late. Yeah, exactly.
Just take the late. Take the late. What are
Take
you
the
going to do?
L. What,
You're
they're
going to
going
have
to
to
make you
pay
run more
a
suicides and run
team
a fine?
fine, right? You'll pay a team fine for being late, and you might have to run a couple extra laps.
Yeah.
Also,
Run.
better time management. Don't be fucking late.
Right.
Don't be late to your job.
Regardless, traffic is a bitch. There's too many people on the road. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where
I
you're
don't know
going.
how it is in Indiana, but there's always construction in Boston. So you just assume that you have to
There's,
leave at least 2 hours early for your job, that you're only 8 minutes down the road, and
yeah,
then you show up 15 minutes before it's time to clock in. So
yeah.
yeah,
In my case, it's always the sun's too bright on the highway
right.
and people just brake. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, put
What
sunglasses on.
what are we doing?
Yeah. Or just
Dicks? Just
work
stay
from
home.
home. I don't know.
Everybody stay home.
All right. Let's let's move into a mystery.
This is a
Okay.
mystery.
I'm calling this the Doug Martin mystery.
Yeah.
Now, it's it's weird. It's not. It is and it isn't. I'll let you
Right.
take this. Go ahead.
Yeah. I,
I
yeah.
have a theory on what happened here. I do. So,
So, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Doug Martin, he had passed away at the age of 36 in police custody in Oakland, California. Prior to his death, Martin was involved in a break-in at a residence in Oakland, and the officers that showed up on the scene had a brief struggle attempting to detain him. And after they had taken him into custody, he became unresponsive. Paramedics arrived and took him to the hospital where he had later was pronounced deceased. This is an open investigation as to what had happened and how we have gotten here. And at this time, his cause of death is currently unconfirmed.
all right. So I did a deep dive into this. Doug Martin's family had come out yesterday and they said that they have been trying a numerous amount of times to seek help for Martin.
Yeah,
He after he retired from football, and I think everyone who's listening is going to know where I'm going with this. But
yeah.
after he retired from football, he said that he was feeling constantly disorientated and he was so overwhelmed with all the emotions and the fact that he couldn't just he always just felt lost, right?
Couldn't grasp
He couldn't grasp
reality.
like what was going on.
Yeah,
So it the family says that he walked out of his house in the middle of the night and all of a sudden he is in a neighbor's house two doors down, and that is the breaking and entering, right? Or
right.
the break-in.
Quote
The
unquote. Yeah,
quote
the
unquote.
break-in.
I think that um the neighbors are aware of Martin's issues, and what had happened was Martin probably went into this person's house thinking it was
It
his
was
own
his
house
house.
because he was very just kind of he was in a fog maybe,
Yeah,
and the neighbor probably called I mean, of course, someone's breaking into or coming into your house in the middle of the night, you're going to call the cops instantly, right? I mean,
it's a reaction
it's a
like that.
reaction, right? So they probably called Martin's family, and maybe they didn't pick up because it's late night. They were probably sleeping, so they call the police or an ambulance or something, and they come over. And I bet you that when the cops arrived at this neighbor's house, I'm just assuming, I don't know, but I'm gonna say that maybe Martin had a huge panic attack
Yeah,
and started to like really lose it. And maybe he was out of breath. Maybe it sparked a heart attack. I mean, who knows? And that's
we
how
don't.
he died.
Right.
I don't think that there was any kind of foul play with the police department on this one. And normally that's the story that you always hear, where it's
Right.
like, oh, the cops will beat the shit out of him and he died in their custody because, I honestly think Doug Martin was very confused, had no idea where he was. He had a huge panic attack, which led to maybe a heart attack, or maybe he passed out and didn't recover. Maybe he passed out from the panic attack and hit his head. Who knows? But
Right.
I honestly don't think there's any kind of foul play here. And I don't think that any of this was intentional. And I also don't, I think it's all just a freak accident.
I think where my brain went to piggyback in a sense off of what you were saying was that he was so disoriented
Yeah.
that he thought he was in his own space,
Yeah.
saw these people, was fighting with them, like, what are you doing in my home? Da da da
Right.
da. And then when the cops showed up, he was like, I live here. And he could have been like, no, get off me. Like, I live here.
Right.
And that's where it becomes a struggle is that he kept saying, like, no, this is where I live. You know what I mean? This is how I'm perceiving it, is in
Yep.
that sense. And then he started, as you said, having a moment and gave himself a heart attack
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
But we'll find out because this is going to be an ongoing investigation. It it a couple things. One, I hope that the body cam footage is on. I hope that they did have like I'm sure
Yeah.
Oakland has body cams.
Oh, everybody
First and
does now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they had turned it on
Yeah.
to record because, sometimes they don't. I think that this will help get answers in regards to how he was, as well as if this was an accident, it would help clear the name of the police department.
Yeah.
Because initially, we all go and you read the headlines, former NFL player dies in police custody. So that's what your headline is. So we don't know what is what right
Right.
now. So we
Right.
can't say, like, yes, he was in the custody of police. That's all fact. We know that. But we don't know what engaged prior
Yeah.
to result in him being unresponsive.
Right. Right. Maybe he forgot to take his medication that day. Maybe it's just an ongoing thing that happens to him all the time.
He could have been
You know,
sleepwalking.
that's another thing. Right.
That's the thing too, is there are some people out there, I don't know how they live, and they sleepwalk. They're in a deep trance. They leave the house. They're doing all sorts of shit
Yep.
in their sleepwalk state. There's some medications out there too that create situations like that
Yeah.
where
Right. Right.
it fucking full on fucks you up. It's just,
I mean, shit, if I pop a couple of melatonin and go to bed, if my wife wakes me up in the morning, I have no idea where I am.
yeah, it's good Lord.
And that's just a couple of melatonin gummies. And yeah, shout out to melatonin. Yeah.
We're at that age.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. All right,
Uh,
let's go. I feel like we're running long here, but let's wrap it up here. All right, Sarah, who is this week's biggest pickle?
this week's biggest pickle is Jay Graham.
I don't know this gentleman. I know his story though, and it
Yes.
is
Well,
a yikes.
for those who don't know who he is, he's a former NFL running back. And yeah, why he's this week's biggest pickle is for allegedly paying to have sexual relations with a minor.
Oh boy. Oh
Dun
man.
dun dun!
But there is another situation here, right?
Yes, so
I mean,
he,
you can't get much worse than trying to have sex with a minor. Trust me.
but
It's disgusting.
if,
Like
but
it's unbelievable.
If Jay Graham had taken a moment and listened to IAP radio,
Absolutely.
he could have been, this would never have transpired for him.
If I
However,
just didn't click on those side links on those websites that I go to.
let's just keep catching these dirty motherfuckers. Let's get
Yes.
them off the streets. Yes, so he was arrested after he responded to a fake, emphasis on fake, adult escort website and agreed to pay $120 for sex, even after the person he thought he was talking to said she was underage. So
So
you have this
she came
un
out and said, "Well, I'm underage," and he's like, "Oh,
he's
that's
like
that's cool."
he sent the thumb up emoji. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
Or the
Thumb up.
eggplant emoji.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Thumbs up,
Yeah.
eggplant. That's
Yeah.
two together.
Thumbs up, eggplant playground emoji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Slide.
Fucking unbelievable.
He was immediately taken into custody when he arrived at a Nashville hotel. So he arrives. This is where I go, sir, sir, have you never seen a movie that involves prostitution or anything like that? Because he goes to this hotel, he hands this cash over to someone who is negotiating this transaction, right? You don't need somebody to negotiate the transaction for you. You just go into the space and give the money. Like that's what it is. having a third party, that's a fucking tip off right there. Like,
Right.
really? Anyways,
Right.
so he hands this money to said person who was an undercover cop. He never made it to the room. They were just
Oh.
like,
And
get
now he's at
down.
$120.
Correct.
Also, I don't know what prices are out there for prostitution, but I don't think $120 is going to get you a lot. Like
$120.
that doesn't seem like a
I
lot
don't
of money
know.
for prostitution unless like
I don't
they're
know
like
what's
meth addicted
right.
like
I don't I
gremlins.
don't I
I don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he
I
is
mean, I guess
charged
if we had an
with
Alexa in the office, we can ask Alexa what's a good price for
for
prostitution. But I mean, Jesus,
I mean, listen, we are already on plenty and many lists. We do not need to add us to
that's
another.
true.
So let's
That's true.
pump the brakes
I'm
there.
just going to assume that $120 isn't going to get you a lot and or a pretty prostitute. But plus the fact that like he knew that this quote unquote prostitute was a minor and he was cool with it.
He was cool with it. Like, okay,
And like,
cool.
so
What?
so can I pay you
Huh?
in Monopoly money then?
What?
Can I pay you in
Want some
uh
goldfish?
Roblox Robo? No, what's that?
Well,
Roblox bucks
ro-
or V
yeah,
bucks? Can I pay you in V bucks? Can I
I
pay you in a
can't.
PlayStation gift card? You know, like what the
What are we doing? Like, I just don't understand how we're again, I can't be surprised but we're still here where these grown adults time and time again are clicking ads on the side of their fucking computer. It is something where what we're in the land of scam city. I don't
yeah.
know about you, but my phone's constantly blowing up with text messages and calls from people who are trying to scam me. Also, people I know, which I ignore too. But it's something where we live in a world where everyone is trying to fucking get something from you and scam you. And
There
you're
is a
gonna click
nice
those
Indian
shits.
fellow who keeps calling me, asking me for my social security number. I mean, come on.
He,
It's every
he
day.
yeah, he might be nice, but
He's
he's
very
all
polite on the phone.
which is good. I'm glad that they're polite to you. However, how are we still clicking links and clicking
I
advertisements?
mean,
I just don't understand it.
sometimes the hornies get the best of you, I guess.
Well,
You
be
know?
like everybody else and download like a fucking cryptic fucking porn link that sends a whole virus to your computer.
I mean,
Keep it in your home rather than being a fucking scuzz bucket. But you know what? At the same point in time, I'm gonna say I like it because it gets these fucking
yeah, it gets
people
these
off the
people out,
street.
off the streets, and it's not enough. That's the problem. Like I'm sure
Right.
there's sting operations every day, all day, and of course we've seen many of like the To Catch a Predator and all those Dateline things and all
Love
that.
Chris
But like,
Hansen.
it's still like it still happens, which is the sad part. You
It's
know,
sad. It's
like
so sad.
you get all these TV shows dedicated to it, and the people constantly get caught, and nothing good ever comes of that. Once they get caught,
Yep.
your whole life is ruined.
Done,
But
done,
yet
done.
they still try
Attempt
to
it and
do it.
still do it. Yeah.
You're like, that's not gonna be me. They're not gonna catch me.
You're
I'm
not
different.
invincible.
Yeah,
You're not above it.
everybody gets caught.
When you're a scumbag, it comes around. You're gonna get caught. Chris Hansen, he probably handed the money to Chris Hansen.
Yeah, most likely. And he
Like,
probably introduced himself too. Hi, Jay Graham. I'm Chris Hansen. All right, so what would you say, like 120 for this little kid? And Chris Hansen's like, have a seat. Oh yeah, I'll sit here. You got something to drink? And he's like, do you know you're on Catch a Predator? Yeah, yeah. So like 120? Or like, can I do like V-Buck cards for Fortnite? Is this cool? Unbelievable.
yeah, he
Piece
is
of shit, but he's off the
yes.
streets.
He is.
So
He is charged with patronizing prostitution with a minor and solicitation of a minor for aggravated statutory rape. His bond was set at $45,000.
$45,000. 120 bucks for a minor. All right, that's going to do it here for us at In a Pickle. Thank you so much for listening. Go over to iapradio.com and check out all of our social media accounts. Like, follow, subscribe, and share. Boost us up the chart by sharing, rating, and reviewing. We are climbing the charts on Spotify, Apple iTunes, and you can also listen to us on the YouTube if you like that. Plus, we get a lot of fun videos and all that fancy shit. I did just get a new phone, so I've lost all my passwords. And goddamn, I thought once you transfer the files from one phone to the other, they have to transfer the passwords as well, and that didn't work. So it's going to be a little bit before I can get back on to the phone. So I don't know any of my passwords. I think they're all the same, so it should be okay, but we'll find out. So if you see a dip in content on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, just know that I got a new phone. So, you want to follow a network of supporting you want to support a network of supporting, you know what, just go to MaydayMediaNetwork.com.
Go in the Mayday today.
I forget what I was saying. I'm flustered with the new phone.
You
new phone, new glasses.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up milk. But you want to listen to Sarah's other podcast, go to Generation Mixtape, gmtpod.com. Check out.
It's a good episode.
It's a great episode coming out this week. One of the best episodes ever.
It's a good episode.
And the album, the person who picked this week's album is so strong, smart, and handsome that should probably come onto the show as a special guest one day. Again.
Again, yes.
Yeah, it'd be great. You can also follow Sarah at Daddy O Sports Cards on Instagram, and I'm at Stacks of Packs on Instagram. Sarah, we got anything else?
I have nothing.
Okay, so for Sarah Ray Talek, I'm Dave Houghton, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
My wife always tells me to write down my passwords, but then I'm just like,
why would I get time for that?
Why would I do that?
Why? Fuck it.
This has been a Mayday Media production.